Exciting privacy news from DevCon 5. Multi-Collateral Dai launching this week. Libra, who dat? All this and what's happening and what's not in the markets. It's Monday, October 14th, and this is Exodus Market Daily. Welcome to the Monday edition, everyone. There was an interesting note coming out of Osaka, Japan last week at the Ethereum Developers Conference, DevCon 5. According to CoinDesk, the electric coin company, that means ZCash, is currently working on a wrapped ZEC token to be used on the Ethereum blockchain. This would allow the privacy coin access to loans governed by smart contracts and other financial products, otherwise known as DeFi, which stands for decentralized finance. DeFi is the new neighbor on the block that brings familiar financial type services to the blockchain, such as interest-bearing loans. Imagine earning 8 to 15% on assets you're already holding. DeFi Pulse has indicated there's over $500 million worth of ETH tokens locked up in DeFi applications. This signals a strong value for future holders of ETH and is one step closer to making crypto more familiar for everyday people. Of course, this also has to be taken with a bit of pragmatism, because cross-chain interoperability has not always worked out as smoothly as intended. For stablecoin fans, Dai, the popular token from MakerDAO, is crossing the starting line and launching Multi-Collateral Dai. Now, for the rest of us, a stablecoin is a blockchain token that is pegged to the value of fiat currency, in this case, the US dollar. The benefit of this is you can use your tokens as a hedge against market movements with other tokens. For example, if you think Bitcoin is going down, then instead of selling it on an exchange for fiat and waiting for the price to settle before buying back in low, you can instead use a stablecoin, such as Dai, to trade with in your wallet without the need to transfer back to cash. Now, the current Dai is backed by one source of collateral to maintain its pegged value. The mechanics of this are way beyond the scope of this video, so we're going to keep it simple and compare it to asset A equals asset B. Now, the multi-collateral Dai is backed by additional sources, giving it a much more solid footing and confidence in DeFi lending markets. We'll call this a more stable coin. This is big news for DeFi and a move the ecosystem has long been waiting for. At this point, I'm sure everyone has heard of Libra, the proposed private blockchain project and currency from Facebook, which at the outset had backing from some heavyweights who dropped in over $10 million to partner with the social media giant. This included names who adorned the plastic in your wallet, Visa and MasterCard, both of who have made a run for the exit, along with other giants who have bowed out of continuing to support the project are eBay, point-of-sale vendor Stripe, and payment processor PayPal. All of these companies have tried to not burn bridges with Facebook, but the writing is on the wallet with the increased scrutiny over Facebook's plans. Personally, this is all good for crypto, whether Facebook can end up launching Libra or not. Cryptocurrency is becoming a daily mention in the news, and not only media propaganda of the limited use case of illegal activity, but rather tied to major mainstream financial players. Buckle up, we're in for a wild ride. However, this weekend's price action in the markets felt more like the kiddie coaster than the denominator. Let's take a look at the numbers. All right, jumping into the wallet, we're going to scroll down and take a look at the market action over the last 24 hours. It looks like we're going to filter by price first. Bitcoin, reigning champion, actually hasn't made many bold moves up or down. We're kind of just bouncing around in this corridor between 8,100 and 8,500, down 24 hours, 0.148%. The market cap of 150 billion, still looking pretty strong, but a 24-hour volume of $15 billion. So holding fairly steady. haven't really taken a look to see what the buy-sell pressure is, but right now, holding steady's not a bad thing. As long as it's not going down tremendously, we're still looking pretty good for Bitcoin. MakerDAO, $502, also down 1.2%. Bitcoin Cash, $225.67, down 7.3%. Market cap, $4.07 billion with a $1.19 billion 24-hour volume. Ethereum, number 4. Looks like Bitcoin Cash outpaced Ethereum just a little bit. $182.87, down almost 1% with a $19.8 billion market cap. Followed by Bitcoin SV, Dash, Litecoin, Monero, ZEC, Binance, and Decred, all within the top 12 there. Let's take a look at the winners and losers of the last 24 hours, starting with the double-digit champion here, ZRX-OX, up 13.6%, which is really great to see. DGD also in double digits, above 10%, the price at $14.56. XRP up 3.5%. Stellar up 3.25%. Metal 0.294%. And then BAT, Poet, AppCoins, Tron, Decentraland, all coming in at under 0.2%. Scrolling down, it looks like the alts are doing fairly well today. Kind of a mixed bag. So my guess is that we're seeing a lot more red than green here. Filtering by the other way, the biggest loser, only single digits, to WeTrust, down 5.97% with a $1.5 million market cap. This is telling, though. In the WeTrust market, there's just not a lot of liquidity. $291.79 for the last 24-hour volume. That's one big trade away from changing this number into a positive or a greater negative. RLC also down 5.95%. 24-hour volume, $610,000. Again, not much liquidity in these markets that we see some of these losers in. ARK, MCO, Ravencoin, all above 4% losses. Salt, 3.23, under 3%. Lisk, Polymath, Decred, Bitcoin SV, and we're starting to see this chop in some of these markets. Bitcoin SV, we see down 2.43%. Looks like it has a 245 million 24-hour volume, though. So overall, not a bad report, not a good report. We're seeing some chop between a very narrow range of support and resistance. We'll start to see some bigger action once Bitcoin breaks either way. For those who don't know, we update the wallet every 2 weeks. If you want to know what's new, just click on this little button right here in the top right-hand corner to find all the details of what's happening in your Exodus wallet. That's the news for today. Please give a like, share, and subscribe. Be sure to comment below to let us know how we're doing. And as always, we're glad you could join us as we share relevant news and market info.